Okay.
Hey, you guys, this is Nessyp of Nessyp Entertainment, and I am here with Mr. Stephen Webley.
Yes.
And it's Weebly, it's
Webley.
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 Y'all know how I am. I get all excited and I get all tongue twisted. So my audience, they know pretty much that's me. Um, Sergeant Major in the
Yes.
Army.
Yes.
Okay, so can I call you Stephen? Is that
Yes,
okay?
you can. Yep, that's
Okay.
fine.
So Stephen, tell me what's going on with you right now, because I know that you have a program that you are in the process of trying to promote, and so can you just kind of tell us a little bit about it?
Definitely. So, you know, the suicide within the Army has been increasing over the years.
Mhm.
Every day we're losing soldiers due to suicide. For instance, just last week we lost a staff sergeant to suicide who was a very influencer on Instagram, right? So
Oh,
we don't even understand that this could affect anybody, right?
okay.
So as a senior leader in the Army and as an IFBB pro, I'm trying to use my platform to show how fitness can promote or improve mental health that hopefully will decrease the suicide rate within our formations.
Wow. Do you find this an issue with through all the other military branches or just specifically with the Army?
This is across the board in the military, in general, but
Mhm.
from my foxhole, being in the Army, I'm dealing with what I see or in the Army right now.
Okay. So how long have you been in the Army?
I've been serving now for over 35 years.
Wow. And you still keep going every day, huh?
Still keep doing it. Still doing it.
Okay, so with the fitness, do you feel like there is a big help when you're doing fitness and also with the music that you are working on?
So, okay, so when it comes to fitness, right, and this is across the board, not just in the military, right?
Okay,
Anytime someone is physically fit, it improves their confidence, right?
okay,
And their self-esteem, right? So when someone feels good about themselves, right, in theory, right, the feeling of wanting to commit suicide decreases because if you feel good about yourself, you're not feeling down, you're not stressed, right? And working out can also be a form of a stress relief. So, understanding that and that music is the universal language, right? And we know
right.
that a lot of people tie their emotions to a song that they may have heard, or if they may hear something a song that makes them feel better. So I've been working with some of my soldiers and creating music that one promote fitness and motivates to motivate you, right?
Okay,
So we're trying to tie the music piece into the fitness piece, right? Because I'm in the gym 6 days a week, and I know for me, it's very difficult for me to work out if I don't have my music. You know, it's
okay,
it's been times where I've gotten to the gym and realized I left my headphones. I said, oh, I got to go back home and get them because there's no way I'm gonna get through this workout without being able to listen to music because it helps motivate you.
okay,
So that's how we're tying in the music piece. Not only that, still trying to create a platform for my soldiers to showcase their talent. Not only do we train to defend this country against foreign domestic, in the peacetime, these soldiers have a lot of skills,
okay.
right? So the military used to have a show called the Soldier Show, right? Which was a 90-minute production that they toured for 6 months around the country and performed for all the soldiers. In 2016, Installation Command and MWR canceled it. So
Oh,
it's no longer that platform. So initially, when I started this was working with the soldiers to create the platform, but then when we kept seeing this rise in suicide, right? I said, okay, well, we need to shift this a little bit, right? And see how we can use the music to tie into the fitness piece. General Daniels, who is the chief of the Army Reserve, has a senior leader community engagement program that she's pushing,
mhm.
right? So I took that as okay, as a senior leader, I'm gonna you use what she's saying for us to do, tie it in with the music piece, create this platform for the soldiers to be able to perform for other soldiers, right?
Okay,
Which brings back that piece of the soldier show. while using fitness to promote mental health in hopes to reduce suicide. So
Okay.
the army came up with this thing called H2F, which is the Holistic Health and Fitness Program,
Mhm.
right? And this program consists of 5 elements, which was nutrition, um, physical fitness, mental readiness, sleep, and spiritual. The problem with that is that we as an organization still push things to soldiers as a task, right? And
Mhm.
anytime you're tasking a soldier to do something, they don't really want to do it, right? So, and then when you start talking about mental, you start talking about sleep, you start talking about, those other elements to the H2F, I was like, well, that's not the right approach to get these soldiers because the this generation of soldiers, you have to approach them differently than when I came in, right?
Okay.
So these soldiers these days, they're all about social media, they're on their phone, and they're all about music, right?
Mhm.
So instead of putting them in a room and giving them a PowerPoint presentation on the importance of physical fitness and things of that nature, I said, let's take that part away because those other parts will come later, right?
Okay.
What you need to do is make it fun to them, right? Because if it's not fun to them, soldiers don't want to do it, right? Because they're only doing it at this point because you're telling them this is what you have to do,
Right. Right.
right? And so they're going to go through the motions of, okay, I have to be here, I have to do this, right?
Okay.
That not only that, separate it from, even though it's a military engagement, you need to separate the uniform from that, right? Because when soldiers associate the uniform, I'm on duty, I have to do this, I have to behave this way and this whatever, right? And the last piece of that we don't do is we don't bring the family members involved with that, right? Is
Why?
it because no most of the time, right, the soldiers is on duty and we're doing training and we're going through our the way we train.
Mhm.
The family's not engaged in the training part of it, right? But
Okay.
if you take it away from the training aspect part of it, right, and making a fun event, invite the family members, right? Because we all know if the family's happy, the soldier's happy, right? And then
Okay.
also, right, you get a chance for the family to get engaged with what the soldier is doing, right? To help support them, right? Because once you see the benefits to it,
Mhm.
right, then you're more likely to want to say, okay, let's support that or let's be a part of that because you see the benefit of it, right?
Okay.
And then also now there's things that the soldier can do with their family members as it relates to physical fitness, improving their mental health,
Oh,
and then and so on.
okay. And I'm quite sure that they feel a lot better when they've got their family members around them in order to be able to have fun with them as well as doing exercises to keep themselves in shape, right?
Exactly.
Wow. So now you said in 2016 they canceled the program?
Yes, in 2016, they canceled the tour, and no one has touched it since then, or no one. We try to reintroduce it again, and you got to remember a lot of it. Most always end up with a funding issue, right?
Okay.
And so that's why I've been reaching out to uh, the community and the fitness industry to see if I can generate some sponsorship to put together this health and fitness tour. And that's one of the reasons why, I reached out to you because, one, with your show and then trying to help also the music that the soldiers are creating, right, in order to get any type of publicity we can on that side.
Okay. So with the music part,
Yes.
are you guys singing as a are the guys soldiers singing as a group? Are they doing it individually? How does that work?
So right now I'm working with two of my soldiers, right, and some of their family members, right.
Okay.
So, for instance, one of the songs is called "Gains," and the soldier has his daughter on there, right. All the music is motivational.
Mhm.
Uh, there's no cursing in our music because we wanted to be able to make sure that everyone can listen to it, right.
Okay.
Um, Regardless of your age or whatever. Uh,
Mhm.
because some of the music that's out there today, and I'm not knocking anybody's music, right? sometimes I'm like, that's just too much for me to listen to, right?
Yes, I totally
You know,
agree with you.
so I'm there changing the station because I'm like, okay, that's just too much, right?
Yeah.
But in today's time, right, I guess that's what sells, right? But we're just trying to bring it from a different perspective that, hey, we can still produce good music
Mhm.
that you can listen to, right? And you can listen to it with your kids in the car, right? And if they're singing it, you don't have a problem because it's all about motivation.
Right. That's right. So are you guys in the studio at all?
Yes, we currently have over 40 songs that we've completed.
Okay.
We identified the first 22 that we're gonna release. Um, we just One of my soldiers just finished a suicide song that he just completed as it
Mhm.
relates to suicide from a soldier's perspective, right? So that one we're looking to try to get out now. I know I've posted some things on Instagram and not believe on the Facebook page. I got to double check on that one, but I know Instagram for sure, right? And you can hear the music playing in the background.
Okay. That is awesome. So tell me what your final goal is.
My final goal is to hopefully get the support from the community,
Mhm.
um, business owners who feel that this is a serious issue, right? And that we
Okay.
really, as a community, have to do something to help soldiers to feel better about themselves to reduce the suicide rate, right? So, if they want to donate, they want to volunteer, be a sponsor,
Mhm.
the event, we're just reaching out right now.
Okay. Where are you guys located? Are you like stationed all over the place, or you have one central location that you're working in?
So I'm currently stationed in North Carolina, because I just PCS from Florida. Um,
You just left from Florida. We're here in
yes,
Florida.
yes, I was in Florida for a while. But the soldiers that I've been working with as far as the music is concerned, they're all down in the South Florida area.
Okay. Wow. So how do you guys make that transition if they're in South Florida and you're in the Carolinas? Is that hard to do?
Well, the beauty of technology, right? So, basically, when it comes to a song idea, and these guys are so creative and so talented, and I say, hey, we need to do a song on XYZ, and they'll get together in 2 days or less. They're pushing out the song, you know.
Okay.
So these guys are very talented.
Okay. So what's all involved in the sponsorship?
So you can either, of course, any financial donation is helpful. Um, Anyone that wants to volunteer, or if you say for, hey, I want to be your t-shirt sponsor, right? And
Mhm.
then they can pay to get the t-shirts made, right? If they say that, hey, we want to be able to come and set up a booth at the event, they can do that. However, for that piece of it, then I would have to refer them over to the MWR coordinator, because anyone coming on the installation, any military installation, has to go through the MWR. I can't control that or have anything to do with that.
Okay.
So I would then, if they say, hey, we want to do XYZ, even when it comes to the monetary donations, that will also have to go through the MWR. So I will connect them with the person at the MWR.
Mhm.
And then they'll go through that, because all the paperwork and everything has to be taken care of
Right.
correctly, right? And that's something that we got to make sure that we do correctly. Um, so as far as donation for anything, as far as grab bags and things of that nature,
Mhm.
even say, hey, we want to help with the on the music side to have some CDs made. They can donate to have that done. So
Okay.
the scale of helping is endless, right? I mean,
Mhm.
we're not turning down anyone that wants to support this initiative, because at the end of the day, making sure that we take care of soldiers, make sure that we are addressing the suicide rate within our formations is it's the end goal, right?
Okay.
Um, that's the bottom line, right? Everything else doesn't even matter. We just need those soldiers that may be feeling depressed or whatever, that don't want to just come out, right?
Mhm.
Maybe they come to this event they may not want to say that they're feeling this way, but because of the working out and the camaraderie and feeling good about themselves, may reduce that stress level in them to where they may say, okay, I can see where fitness is benefiting me. I'm feeling better about myself. My self-esteem is going up. I'm not as depressed, or am I using working out as a tool to relieve my stress,
Okay.
right? So we just want to get them in that mindset. And that's what the bottom line up front is, that we just trying to make sure that we take care of soldiers.
Okay. If, um, and this is just for me, if I'm a family member of a soldier, are there things that I could look out for? Maybe that particular soldier is contemplating suicide. Are there things that I can look out for and say, hey, we need to talk. Do you need to talk to someone? And can you sit down and talk to me and tell me how you're feeling? What would you suggest that a family member or someone that was close to that soldier
So
try to help?
I would tell you that first thing is, definitely you can look for signs, right?
Mhm.
That soldiers may be displaying, right? There's nothing wrong with you as a family member or a spouse. Say, hey, let me call your commander or your first line leader and say, hey, I have these concerns, and then have us be able to look into it, right?
Okay.
We have chaplains that are available all the time to talk to soldiers if they want to talk, right? You have the suicide hotline that they can call on base. So um and even they can go on the Army website, right, where they have the suicide helpline that they can call and talk to somebody if they don't want to talk to somebody directly in their command,
Okay.
right? There's resources out there. The only difference is when it comes to when you're dealing with active Army and you're dealing with the Army Reserve and National Guard. Army Reserves and National Guard, they don't get the same level of benefits, right, as the active component do, because they're not on orders all the time, right?
Okay.
So there's resources out there for the Army Reserve and the National Guard. Um, they just have to be willing to talk to somebody to help them find those resources. Where it's a little bit easier for the active component because they're programs on the base that can help them, if they needed help.
Okay. This has been such an enlightening conversation, and I really appreciate you coming and talking to us about your concerns and the things that you are working with. Here at Nessyp Entertainment, we are going to do our best to promote what you're doing, see that we're talking to other people to see if they can help, whether it be sponsorship or some other avenue. So I applaud you in what you're doing. That is so awesome. So one more question. Are you guys like going out and performing in different areas? Like if there's a small group, is it a larger group? How does that work?
So right now, anyone that's willing to let us perform, we are
Mhm.
more than happy to come out and do it. A lot of you can hear a lot of the music that we do. So on my Instagram page, a lot of my training videos, I have the music in the background of the training video. Right now, we're working on getting ready to release the first 22 songs. So that they can several ways that they can do it, right?
Okay.
So um they can keep checking for when the songs are released, and they can go out and pay to download the songs, right, that help
Mhm.
create that, because everything we do now is just trying to figure out ways how to to draw revenue. We just started, actually today I just set up on Custom Inc. a fundraiser that they can go out and buy a t-shirt, right?
Okay.
The t-shirt is called 3D Swag Apparel, right? And
I like that.
what 3D stands for is desire, discipline, and determination, right? Swag stands for striving with absolute greatness, right? So it's geared towards promoting motivation, right? To make you feel like,
Okay.
because not only in what you hear, but what you wear also determines how you feel,
That's
right?
true. That is
So,
very true.
so the message behind it is as long as you have the desire, discipline, and determination, there's nothing you can't achieve once you commit to it, whether it be business, fitness, or education, right? So that's the whole concept behind the 3D swag apparel. So we're tying in, they can go out to the fundraiser on Custom Ink and purchase a t-shirt.
Okay.
There's a fundraiser doing there. And then of course, when the music drop, they can go out there and purchase the music too.
Okay. So tell us your Instagram handle so we can kind of like stalk your page and see what you guys are doing.
So my Instagram page is IFBB Pro _3D Webley.
IBB?
IFBB Pro
Okay.
_3D _Webley. And then for the 3D swag apparel, this just 3D swag apparel.
Okay. I am definitely going to look. I love that 3D swagger power. I really like that. That is so catchy. And don't forget, you gotta, I'm old school, so I'm still stuck on Facebook, and I'm learning Instagram. I really am. Really.
I'm old school too. You know, I'm still learning all the social media stuff.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
no, I will send you over the Facebook.
Okay.
Identify what that is. I should have had that already. But
That's okay. We will get it because I would really love for you to come back and just kind of keep us updated and posted on what you guys are doing when you're putting your music out. I'm also have the internet radio, Inner Sanctum radio station, so that we can put some of your music out. I'm getting ready to start back our new artist at noon.
Okay.
So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I have a segment at noon Eastern time that we promote new artists, just to give people an idea of what, new songs and coming out. And just based on what you said, I'm really looking forward to that. So if you can come back and keep us posted on to how you guys are doing, what you're doing, where you go, because I just have this feeling that you guys are going to really go far. And their sponsors are going to be coming out of the woodwork for you guys.
We hope. We like I said.
No hope. We are. You can't say we hope. We are.
Yeah, well, we are.
Okay.
Because it's real important, right? This suicide thing is really really an issue. And we just got to come up with creative ways. How do we approach this when we're talking about taking care of soldiers?
Okay. Do you do any speaking engagements
I
for
have
someone that
if
you're
someone,
working with?
well, if someone asks me to come and speak, I'm always willing to do it.
Okay.
I've had different groups that have asked me in the past, being a senior leader in the military, to come out and speak, and then also from the fitness side as well, right? Because you do have a lot of soldiers that are into the fitness thing, and compete, right? I've just been fortunate that I'm a senior leader and I'm a professional bodybuilder as well. So, using those two platforms is what I'm trying to do to help promote this initiative.
Okay. Okay. Well, I look forward to you coming back. Thank you so much for joining me. I will do everything in my power to help you guys and promote you guys. And thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
That's so awesome. Okay, you guys, this has been Nessyp of Nessyp Entertainment. Back to you in the studio.